In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, the Astounder, in tremendous grace. I don't know what I'm going to say to you tonight. I don't come with prefabricated Harvard blueprinted messages, though I know how to do that. The way I look at it, if God is not great enough to speak himself, he certainly needs no help from you and I to speak through us if we get out of the way. Ibrahim salam, the father of three faiths, three worldwide faiths, with thousands of disciples and members who can't get along with one another. Yet they all claim allegiance to Ibrahim or Abraham as their father and progenitor of their faith. And he neither claimed to be a Hebrew, Christian, or Muslim, yet he is the father of three faiths that want to kill each other and annihilate each other from the planet. Certainly not over Father Abraham or Ibrahim, for if he was the pivoting point or the pole star that they truly appreciated, they would be dancing together and not what they are presently doing in this world. And Allah is sick and tired of what they are doing in his name. And when the Almighty is sick and tired, as Bill Cosby says, there's a difference in just being sick or just tired. Have you been sick, but not been tired? But have you ever been sick and tired? I don't want to go into an apocalyptic dialogue tonight, terrifying you of what I know, not believe is about to befall this humanity if it does not raise its consciousness, not tomorrow morning, but at least 100 years ago or more. We should be beyond, as a human species, where we presently are. It is no longer a black or white issue. Though we cannot ignore our own house if we're going to clean up the rest of the world. We still remember slavery. We still remember what was done and how it was done. And even that is not just a color issue. That is a human issue of what dwells within the human spirit that is so wicked an anti-Christ spirit used by people who claim this name as their religion, and used by Muslims who claim this name as their religion, and the religion, they have never been rejoined, which is the word religion means to be rejoined. And what are you rejoining? Raising hell with your brothers and sisters who come from the same father? What family kills each other in the presence of their father that has some sense of insane or insanity? They got the wrong word, and you went for it. They are trying to express something that has nothing to do with sanity. When they say insane, they mean outsane. Insane means you are inside sanity. Outsane means you have removed yourself from the social mores or the ethical principles of your society. You are in it, but you are beyond it. You have removed yourself from being a victim of it or a participant in the movie. Now you have become a witness of the movie because your enlightenment has made you realize it's a big movie. And you become so used to playing the part, you think it's you. You've forgotten your original origin, your primary origin, what is called in the Arabic language, your Dino Fitrah. And some say that means that we are born Muslim. No, it doesn't mean you're born Muslim. It means you are born with the bent toward your original nature or your original face that you had before you were born. And you've been wearing this face for so long, you've forgotten that it's not your authentic face. But the contemplation tonight is on Father Ibrahim, and this is the 18th night of Ramadan, which means it's 9. And the grand architect of this omniverse, the Lord of all the worlds, has veiled himself in numbers, and he is the grand master mathematician, the geometrician, and the master of science of numbers. And he has veiled his powers in numbers. And even Einstein said that he was searching for God in the meaning of light, because he understood that God had to be light. And the Holy Quran says that Allah is veiled by innumerable veils of light. And any one veil could blind us in the physical. But Ibrahim said something so profound in, I think it's the 8th Surah. And I have posted that Surah. And he is a man who comes to grips with the futility of this existence and the discombobulation of man, his estrangement from his creator. And he looked into the heavens and he saw the sun, because he was searching for the meaning of his existential and esoteric and exoteric meaning in the world, his purpose for being born, that most of us never ask. Why am I here? I'm just here. I'm just chilling. And then you're dead. Out the body. and you didn't do anything worth anybody remembering. Your dash just went from 19-something to 19-something, and in 2 or 3 years, they forgot about you because you didn't remember anybody but you while you lived. But Ibrahim said something so profound here. He says it in the Arabic language, and I view through the totality of knowledge that has been given to me, not a little bit of what you have been indoctrinated to believe. But the Prophet ﷺ said to seek knowledge even unto China. And what is he really saying? To go to China? Well, yeah, if you can get there. He's addressing a consciousness of looking at the movement of God's knowledge and his gnosis that is all around us everywhere, not just in the mosque or in the church or up a tree or up in the sky. But he takes us closer when the Prophet said to his Sahaba or his companions one day, he who knows his Rabbahu or his Nafsihu knows his Rabbahu. He who knows his innermost being, his atomic core, knows his Lord. And what is greater than your Lord who created you and put up with you and is stuck with you through everything you have gone through? Why does he deserve part-time lovers? Do you want one when you come home to your wife or your husband in your bedroom as his partners or her partners? Yet you give your Creator the garbage of your life, and in return, you get garbage back in the end, either in this life or in the life to come. But there, you don't have time to be greedy and selfish or worry about what's yours and how big your house is and how long your car is and what your rent note is or your house bill note is or your gas bill note is and what you got to have that you can't share with nobody else because this is yours and not a damn thing belongs to you. This is not your body. It's not your mouth. It's not your eyes. It's not your nose. It's not your sexual member. Nothing here is yours, because if it were, you would be taking it with you when you leave, and you're not taking any of this when you leave. The only thing you are going to take is your good deeds or your evil deeds. And so Ibrahim said something to his uncle, father, whatever. The biblical account gives one rendition. Quran gives it another title, but many times they would call their uncle's father. Don't get hung up on insignificant issues. But he who concerns himself with the syntax of things will never wholly kiss you. The syntax of things is not where the essence of things are. You are on the outside trying to get to the inside. You're on the outer circle trying to tell what the whole thing is about, and you have never reached the center to know the circumference of the circle itself, which is you. You. He who knows his nafsi, who himself. And you have so many layers covering over that self. And they become like concrete. They protect your ego. And you use spirituality, a cheap form of mysticism. And so many people are gullible and they are deceived by the deceivers. And these people are charlatans. They are rape artists in the name of religion. He said, any wajatu. He came to this. He came, Ibrahim, alayhi salam, came to this after examining himself, after examining his society, after examining the political structure around him and the world as it was known in his day. He came to a point of total annihilation in its pain. And in that pain, he uttered something so profound. He said, "Ini wajatu wajhililadi fatara samawati warat hanafan wa ma'ano minal mushrikeen." Surely I've turned my face, my entire constitution. I have turned my entire being to the one who has always provided for me, who has taken care of me, who has protected me from the fire, from the rain, from the storm, from my uncle, from my cousins, from all of these people who came to destroy me and eat up my flesh. It is him who has protected me and guided me and loved me when others turned their backs upon me. He said, surely I've turned my entire constitution to the creator of heaven. And earth. And he's speaking of the totality of the omniverse and the, not just his little portion, but what he was seeing when he looked into the heavens at night. And he was a desert man, a nomad, and he was close to the desert, and the winds would speak to them in the night. And they would hear whispers that you and I don't hear because of the city lights and the cars. And they were in touch with a mystical dimension of their life that we have lost our antecedents of that. And the only way we can find them again is in someone who possesses them. But Ibrahim, he could only get to this statement. Any wajatu, wajhililadi. Fataris samawati warat hanafan. You are the creator of the heavens and the samawati wal ard. You are the creator of the heavens and the earth. They all belong to you. All these stars, all these galaxies, they are the sun, the moon, the stars. They all belong to you. They all belong, and they all dwell within me, not outside of me. I can only witness them because I first witnessed them within my atomic core. He could not make that statement until he was sick. And tired of loving and being loved by anything less than God. And when he made that statement, he turned his whole constitution away from Azhar's house and his family as he had known it, his kith and kin, blood ties, most difficult obstacle on the spiritual journey, blood ties. And we'll talk about that. By the grace of God, another time. Bismillah, you don't have to know the Arabic. It knows you. Rahman Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. And I'm going to blow this prayer on you with the ruah inside me. And if you have just a little bit of faith, iman, I don't care what your religion is. Did I ask you what your religion was? Or did I come to your heart? Did I come with a prefabricated script? Or did I speak directly to you from divine inspiration? There's a vast difference at what you get at the 5 and 10 and what you get at Times Square. I'm going to blow this prayer on you with these words from St. Tuba. Wadami ren kula adain to the rubana khamlel wasulilna yallahu yallah. Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Kareem. Bless Ramadan. Bless Ramadan. I bless my children. You know who you are. You know. You know in here. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. Yapayagin. Habarigani. Ashante. Hotep. Praise the living God who created heaven and earth. For whenever you get through counting, you will only have one God.